Hey everyone, this is TN197, and today I'll be doing a tutorial for the C4U 3x3x7. I'm gonna give you a full disclaimer now. This is my first tutorial ever, so it might be a little bit rough, but you're just gonna have to bear with me. And also, my camera is fairly shitty, so obviously it's hard to see my hand motions, so I'll try and keep it all slow for you. All the algorithms I do, I will post in annotations so you can write them down and learn them at your leisure. And here we go. The first step to solving it is obviously to scramble it. But you can't scramble it like a normal cube. You want to be able to spin the top layers and the middle layers as well. But if you just only turn the sides like this, you can see the top layers and middle layers become locked up. So you're going to have to mix these up a little bit and then turn the right, left, front, and back all in twos if you want to be able to properly scramble it. Usually what I do is just turn a few pieces and turn a side twice, and turn a few pieces and turn the side twice until it looks like it's fairly well mixed up. And if you don't do this part well, you'll be able to solve the cube in like 2 minutes. So it's good if you want to show off, but not if you want to see what you can really do. And then after that, you can proceed to scramble it like a normal cube. And there you go, all scrambled up. Now the first step is to put it back into a domino, which means that you're going to have all of the pieces lined up the way they are, or first were, so that you can align them properly and then solve the cube. There are a lot of different ways to do this, but this is the way that I have picked up and found is the easiest. So I solve for the white side first. So I'm going to be looking around for white edge pieces like this one. This white edge piece is orange. I'm disregarding these two pieces right now because they can be swapped out later. But since this is orange, I'm going to move it to the orange side and then line up the white. So I have this, the orange pieces, and the orange pieces like that. And then I'm going to proceed to do that for the rest of the colors. So blue, white, excuse me, just line those up, white, red, have those lined up, and lastly, green. So now I have all of these pieces in the proper places. The next step is going to be to put in all four corners. I also recommend that before you watch all of this, that you know how to solve a regular 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube, because you're going to have a pretty hard time solving this if you don't know how to solve one of them. So, to To start, I have a corner right here that will go in the bottom layer. It has red and blue edges on it, and here are my red and blue centers. So I will now go and do a right, up, right inverse, and that places the corner in, like so. And again, disregard these two layers in here. We'll be doing them later. Next, just finding a random corner. White with orange and blue. So line those up. Left inverse, up inverse, left. And that's placed in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the next two, because I assume you can do those on your own. And there you go. You have the entire bottom layer solved. Next, we're going to be solving the very middle layer, and it solves exactly like a 3x3 as well. You find the piece that forms an entire block on both sides, and again, the red and blue piece will be going in between the red and blue centers. So I'm going to do the algorithm up, right, up inverse, right inverse, up inverse, front inverse, up, front. And that placed it in without messing up my corner. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the next three. You can also use F2L if you want to, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to stick with the beginner's method. Next, you're going to be forming the yellow cross on top. And again, you can also use any other algorithms you know to fill out the top, but your main goal isn't to line up the top layer. Excuse me, sorry. Your main goal isn't to line up the top layer like we did on the bottom. It's just to put all the yellows on top. So there's the yellow cross, and then just fix the corners. And there you go. It's restored to a domino, and you can move all of the layers freely, all the way around.